Wow, just like New York, now they want Chicagoans to open up their homes?
So amazing. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Ty Smith.
What is really on Fokios and Fokaramas? I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel, Model Renaissance Man. If you are someone that's been subscribed to my channel for a long time, double check to make sure that you are. But if you are fairly new to the channel, get an idea of what this channel is about. What do? Go to my channel, click on playlist. All these different things I do on this channel. See all these different thumbnails? Those are all different categories of things that I do on this channel, from comedy to cooking to DIY when it comes to fixing cars. There's a lot of things I do on this channel. So check the channel out in its entirety before you subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll find something on here that you like. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys all being here. Once again, I'm Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man. Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. Go into your phones. I didn't say this in this intro, this pre-made intro. Go into your phones right now. See if there's somebody in your contact list that have the same exact type of principles, values that you and I do. Have them come over and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it if you do. Also, during this recording right now, I want to see what you guys' opinions are in the chat section, okay? Let me know how you guys feel about this. I'm going to continue to push this information out here because I know my fellow Chicagoans, y'all, they're not pushing this in the local news. I cannot believe a lot of my family and friends up there are telling me that they're not showing this in the local news. But if I get this information, you know I'm going to send it to you guys because this is something that needs to be seen. It needs to be known. So again, appreciate that. Don't forget, folks, y'all can support the channel up there. Don't forget I'm on these different platforms as well. I'm on Rumble as Modern Renaissance Man Variety. I'm on Twitter as the real Ty Smith. Okay, just letting y'all know that. So I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer because I really want y'all to see this video. And while this video is playing, let's see what y'all have to hear. If you are watching this video later after it went live and you're watching the post recording, let me see what you got to say in the comment section. All right. Appreciate that. Let's get ready to get into this video.
The frustration we feel about border security is widespread in the American public, whether it's north, south, east, west. All of America is concerned about the border, and rightly.
I think President Biden knows he's in trouble, and Democrats know they're in trouble for the open border policies of the last 3 years. It's been an unmitigated disaster.
President Biden's border crisis firing up both sides of the aisle. Brand new drone footage from our team in Eagle Pass shows dozens of migrants climbing shipping containers and crossing into the U.S. Groups like these are processed and released to travel all over the country. I mean, all the way in Boston, migrants are now camping out on the floors of the airport there. And in Chicago, city officials are stripping neighborhoods and taxpayers of resources to make room for migrants. Let's bring in now Andre Smith. He's a minister and the CEO of Chicago Against Violence. He's also a Democrat and fighting his city and fighting for his city, we should say. Andre, welcome to you and thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you so much for allowing your viewers to tune into Chicago, into this crisis that we're facing.
Well, we are deeply vested in covering this. Our audience is as well. And when we see, like in New Hampshire last night, the presidential GOP primary, immigration top of the list, concerns for voters in New Hampshire, you realize how this is spread all over the country. Now, you were willing to get arrested for a situation right there in your neighborhood. What happened? They were busing migrants into your neighborhood and dropping them off at a school that was abandoned because you didn't even have enough resources to keep it open for the kids in your town. Tell us about it.
Well, in the community that I was born in, which is called Woodlawn, in the city of Chicago, I did get arrested. I heard that they were bringing the migrants in on a bus, CTA bus, that was paid by the taxpayers' money. And on the top of the bus, it said, "My kind of town." So I stood in front of the bus and I refused for the illegal migrants to get into the Wadsworth School, the school in our community that, you know, our kids went to, you know, but now they was told that They cannot go to the schools because of lack of funding, and a lot of schools closed because of lack of funding. And how do you think those children feel now that they're driving past or walking past the schools that they was rejected from, now migrants are living in?
Well, how should people feel about that? I mean, you're saying basically that the policies that are being enacted, they're working completely against your communities. The black communities in Chicago are taking the biggest hit.
Well, you have to look at it like this. We are a nation of laws. And if we're a nation of laws, every person that enter into our state or into our nation, our county, our country, our city, they have to follow the law. You can't break the law, come in because someone decided to wake up and call a state, a county, or a city sanctuary. Sanctuary city, sanctuary state. There's a law that has to be passed. And that's why we have the issues that we are facing now, massive destructions in cities, facing sanctuary cities that buses are coming through.
Andre, this is just some of what we're hearing from residents there about this migrant crisis and what it's doing to your communities.
This should not be on the backs of the people here and draining our resources. I see a lot of wasted money because there's no structure.
You've never had a time where Southsiders, Westsiders, and now Northsiders have come together to unite under one issue.
Yet, this is the mayor, Brandon Johnson, of your city. This is how he's responding to that criticism. Listen.
My administration has responded to this humanitarian mission with the full force of government. You know, what Governor Abbott is doing is, quite frankly, it's reckless. Sending buses all over the state of Illinois and all over the country is reckless and, quite frankly, is dangerous.
You talk about we're a country of laws. He's blaming the Texas governor for this crisis, who's trying to enforce the laws. Who do you blame for this country, for this crisis? You're a Democrat.
Well, I don't live in Texas. I live in Chicago. And I blame Brandon Johnson for continuing to silence the people, the rest of the voters, and not allowing us to vote whether we want a sanctuary city or not, and telling people that there's more than enough when there's clearly not enough. This is a disaster, and that's why he's facing panic attacks as we speak. You know, he's going in and out of the hospital because he bit more often than he can chew. So when I become the next state rep, I'm going to make sure that we recall the mayor.
Are you running as a Democrat?
I live in a Democratic city, Democratic state, and I'm running as a Democrat. And, you know, the thing about it is that we got to recall the mayor. We got to give the voters the right when things are going wrong to be able to call them back.
Yeah. Andre, by the way, what's the building behind you there? That's part of the story, right?
Yeah, this building behind me is called Near South Health Clinic. This is a clinic where the unfortunate people that did not have insurance, could not afford, you know, good insurance, they went here. This was a free clinic for this community. The community that I'm in now is called Bronzeville, and it's closed. So the seniors that could not make it over to the Cook County Hospital 4 miles away, they went to this clinic. Now it was closed. Now migrants are there. So our parks, our schools, our clinics, and police stations have all become shelters for illegal migrants.
That is a harsh reality for so many there, I'm sure. And you're talking about the seniors who now can't get the medical care in that building behind you. Real quick, I want to finish up with this. These are the words of a Naperville councilman, Josh McBroom, on the migrant crisis. This is a suburb of Chicago, a western suburb. Listen here.
We do have a very affluent community, a lot of big homes, and what I'd like to do is direct staff to create a sign-up sheet. So, you know, for individuals that would be willing to house migrant families. And if there's people that would do that, God bless them. So if we could raise awareness in that way, I think we need to find out. I think we need to find out who would be willing to house migrant families.
Now, Andre, that moment's gone viral. I picked up the phone and called him this morning and had a long chat with him. He said his words are being misconstrued. He said the right's coming after him, saying what because people have money and big houses, they should have to shelter these migrants that are coming into their town. He said no. His point there is that people have yard signs, all are welcome. You know, that we're a sanctuary town, we're a sanctuary city, state. You know, bring the migrants here, the migrants should be able to come. He said, well, okay, let's start a sign up. Sign up and have them come in. You have a big house. Naperville's a very affluent community, big homes, wealthy people. So it was a challenge to Democrats and to those who are putting those signs in their yards. Okay, well, instead of the taxpayers having to shoulder the burden, take them in your home. What did you think of that?
Well, I think that is someone that woke up and that had been in the streets of the city of Chicago and seen our homeless under violence and crime is at all-time high. You know, you can't make illegal legal. You know, no matter what you look, no matter how you do it, you can't make illegal legal. They came over here illegal. You know, and as I stated before, we're a nation of laws. You must follow the laws. You can't put the burdens on the taxpayers by, we don't have the funds, we don't have the money.
Yeah.
And Brandon made this a national disaster.
Yeah, and it really, obviously, it had a very big impact on those who heard it directly from you. Your frustration with those schools that have been closed for kids in your community because there was no funding. Yet now they're housing migrants in those very schools that you were willing to be arrested for, and they're paying for them. They're paying for their laundry, their food, and other resources. We appreciate you joining us. We will follow up with you. Thank you, sir. And by the way, I also just want to mention that Naperville Councilman, Josh McBroom, he will be joining us live on this program tomorrow.
What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious. It does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.